Hi guys, Assalamu alaikum. As you know, I'm back and I was browsing through my comments because I haven't really had the chance to proper give them a good look and read them. And there was one of my, I think she's a subscriber or he's a subscriber, and they're thinking of retiring in Morocco, and it gave me an idea to make a video about why it's such a great idea to retire in Morocco. The first most obvious reason is the cost of living. If you're coming from a country, say in the West, like Spain, France, the UK, or somewhere like America or Canada, and you have a pension, your money will go way further. So simple things like water, bread, food in general is way cheaper, fruits and veggies. You're not going to have a problem with the cost of living. Rent is cheaper. I would say it's less than half of that of the Western world. So, and in some cases it's 4 times cheaper depending on the produce or whatever it may be. So imagine, so you guys might know I lived in Japan for a while, and in Japan a watermelon could cost you like, I don't know, like 30 pounds, right? In Morocco it's more like 3 pounds or 4 pounds. Or something simple like a kilo of tomatoes might cost you 3 pounds, 4 pounds. In Morocco it might cost you less than 50p, right? So there's a massive difference in produce. Morocco produces a lot of fruits and veg, so it's usually cheaper. There's a train passing by, so if you guys give me a second, I'll continue. So if you're a pensioner or close to your pension life, listen up, yeah? And if you're not, this might be good for your future, who knows? So obviously, as you can see, it's sunny. The warm weather in Morocco is another amazing reason you should retire in Morocco. Listen, it's not like crazy hot. It can get crazy hot, especially down south. But if you like sunny beach weather, if you prefer to have more sunny, warm days than cold, wintry days, then Morocco is definitely the place for you to retire. You don't want to, me personally, like in the UK or somewhere like Norway or Scandinavia, I would never want to live there when I retire. I don't really like cold weather. It makes me feel unmotivated, bored. Just want to lay in bed and stay warm. Another plus, I guess, is you don't need to put the heating on 24/7, and you don't really need the air conditioner in Morocco. A fan will do. It's not like too hot. But like I said, down south, it's a different story. South, maybe closer to Agadir, etc. Now, what does Morocco give you? It gives you fresh, whole foods. Okay, you don't need to buy those processed things. You don't need to kind of worry about getting whole foods for a good price. You can buy lots of fruits, veggies, as I mentioned before. Also, the lifestyle helps you stay healthy. Look, the weather's nice, you can go on a walk. Morocco is basically all coastline, right? So you can go to the beach whenever you feel like it, go for a swim, go for a walk by the sea and breathe in the fresh air of the sea. And just generally speaking, when you're in a place like Morocco, it's less convenient. What does that mean? There's no convenience stores that are 24/7, very rare. There's less kind of, it's not like Tokyo or London. You'll need to get up sometimes. So it is a con and a plus at the same time. You have to get up and move sometimes, and that's conducive to a healthy lifestyle. It's not like you have to go running around, but the point is there are less amenities like supermarkets that deliver to your house, although they do. Or there's less kind of options when it comes to buying things online, so you'll have to kind of go physically to the shop, although there are things online, but most people still tend to go there in person, do things in person. Now, another thing I love about Morocco, and for a retiree this will definitely be a good thing, it's the slow pace of life. There's not hustle, no bustle. Obviously if you go to Casablanca and Rabat, that might be another story, but generally speaking, even the people in those cities, they kind of chill, right? It's Morocco, right? You can do it later. it can have its negative effects, but generally if you like a laid back environment, not a place where everyone's kind of like in Japan, like you must do it this way and it has to be always the same way, and it's less rigid, it's more relaxed. Okay, so if you want to just chill for your retirement life, Morocco is the place. So the medical care system is relatively cheap if you get insurance. I think you only have to pay 40% if you get health insurance, which is great, and you'll have an amazing life with your health insurance, and you won't need to worry about forking out too much. If there's a major procedure, you might need to fork out a bit, but if it's just general medication, etc., prescription, you'll be fine in terms of affordability. So you can always rest assured that, yeah, if you have like diabetes and you need insulin or something, it's available. They've got a really good healthcare system in Morocco, actually, specifically in the major cities. In the smaller cities, maybe not so much, but yeah, you won't need to worry too much. This is a big one, especially for pensioners, and that's that Morocco is super safe. So you don't need to worry about people mugging you. You don't need to worry about like violent crime in terms of taking your property. Is it a safe haven? No, nowhere's perfect. There is crime, but compared to the UK where I'm from, or America where some of you might be from, it is a utopia, right? In terms of the level of crime and knife crime and gun crime, etc. So especially for old people, you know, sad, I'm sorry to say, but in some countries like the UK, whether you're old or young, they don't care. They'll beat you, they'll stab you, they'll kill you, it doesn't matter. A great thing is also in the major cities like Agadir, Marrakesh, Rabat, Casablanca, there's a massive expat community. So if you do want to stay in touch with people who speak English, French, or whatever it may be, you could always make friends in the community. And there's lots of people settling down in Morocco. It's a place you want to settle down, whether you're young or old. Obviously, people watching this might be thinking about it for their retirement. And yes, it's never too late. But I would say even to you youngsters out there, if you have the ability and the work from home or something, then definitely give it a think. Don't be scared. People are always scared to take a jump, and the jump is not so bad. Worst comes to worst, you can go back home. Worst comes to worst, you just put in a little bit of effort, maybe a little bit of money. Come on, life is this life on this world is very short, so take small risks to get big rewards, I would say. Another cool thing is, briefly I'll tell you this, it's very close to Europe. You can literally see Spain from Morocco if you go to Tangier. So it's convenient if you do want to travel Europe, or if you have family in Europe. It's right across the sea, no worries, no issues, nice and easy. Here in Morocco, they're big on family values, so they do respect the elders. If they can see you're visibly older, they will give you the respect you deserve, just because you are older. You can be a good person or a bad person, but the point is, they can see with age you should give respect. You're possibly slightly weaker, more tired. You know, if there's a bus full of people and they see an old person or a pregnant lady, they'll get up. And that's more or less true across the board, across the world. But in Morocco specifically, because of I believe it's the Islamic values they have here. You respect your elders, you respect your fellow man, and you give them the respect that they deserve. And finally, the great thing for you guys who want to retire in Morocco is that property is super cheap compared to where you may be from back home. So if you want to buy a property, it's really cheap, or if you want to rent a property, it's also really cheap. I don't know your particular plans, but either way, you can rent an apartment from something like £300 upwards, or you can even buy an apartment for something like £22,000 upwards. Literally dirt cheap. Guys, if you do enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more stuff just like this, all about Morocco. I'll try to do more consistent videos. I have more time now. And another thing is, I started a new service where I help people move to Morocco. I partnered with a lawyer which can do all the legal and paperwork and help you settle here without having to leave every 3 months. And me personally, I do all the running around, sorting out apartments, internet, you know, bills, etc. I just do all the running around and I help you out. So if you are interested, check the link in the description or in the comments and book your free call today. Until next time, guys, assalamu alaikum.